guys, and welcome back to channel. I am UK the creator, and we know in this channel we will be doing Coreldraw tutorials that are for beginners, which is you, and also others out there. The last video, we did the YouTube logo, and I love the response. I love what you guys all said in the comment section, and I really hope I can do more to make good videos for you guys. Today we'll be focusing on two logos, the Google logo and the Google Chrome logo. These two logos are from the Google interface, and they are not so difficult for us to do. So without wasting any much time, let's get into it. Well, firstly, we'll start with the Google logo. Now, the Google logo is a G with some colors mixed with it. There's a kind of red, the yellow, the green, and the blue on it. So firstly, we have to get this font. Now, I do have the font for the Google logo, and the font is Product Sans. Sorry, I'm just going to type on my font right there, Product Sans. Yeah, that's the one, but I want the bolder version of it, so I will go here and I'll go to Product Sans Black. Yeah, and that's what we want. So we will increase the size of this logo. Yeah, I think that will do us just fine. Oh, let's make it a little bigger. Yeah, that's good. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get shapes that will take this part of the red, the yellow, the green, and the blue. So firstly, we will go and use our pen tool. It's right there. We'll click on it, and we're basically doing this so we can get these shapes. These are irregular shapes and we can't even really get them, so we use the pen tool to just pick out the shapes, and we'll see from there on in how we'll do this. Firstly, we get this shape for the red. It starts somewhere around here. Oh, sorry, I think that's too close. We'll click on the pen tool again. Yeah, I think this is a good direction. We get that line, and then we just complete the shape to anything we want it to be. We have to make sure it stays on the node so that it completes it as a shape, and we've done that. So now our advice, we skip the yellow part of the logo, because we can just make the shape the color of the G font yellow instead of drawing another shape for the yellow. But for now, I think we should just skip that and do the green. I'll advise that. So we will skip that and do the green part and get the shape for the green part of the logo. Now I am consciously doing this so that I can get the angle in which the shapes are on the exact Google logo. So we do this and we complete the shape for the green part of the Google logo. So as you can see, we have done so here. And lastly, it's going to always be the easiest part. You're just going to complete the blue part of the logo. And what we'll do here is basically just drawing the shape to complete this part, like this. It's a little bit big, but It's just a shape that I do not want it to touch the red part of the logo, but instead it can touch the green part of the logo, and we'll see how this is arranged. Now, since we have the Google logo here, we just use the color eyedropper tool. Now this tool helps us to get the exact color that is used in this logo. So as we go here, we click on it and we fill the red part. We go to the top here, we click on the eyedropper tool again, we select green and we fill the green shape. That's the outline. Yeah, I think there's a mix up right here. Now we fill the shape. Yeah, that's better. We're clicking on the outline for the shape. Now we click on the blue and fill the shape for the blue. As you can notice, there are no outlines, so we have to take off the outlines for all the shape, which we will do. We click on the blue and click on the green, and we'll right click the X over here at the bottom, and all the outlines are gone. Now one thing we need to do is also the yellow. Now I said we should skip this because now we have the space right here, and what we will do is, instead of drawing a box for that, we just make our font that particular color. So we've done that, and we need to take off the outline as well. Yeah, so as you can see, we have done so and removed the outline. Now we're going to learn a very important feature, but firstly we need to make sure that we've placed the green ahead of the blue, because this is what we use to get the angle right here that makes the green shape really come out. Instead we did the blue shape for it to just fill in the remaining gap, but the green had its angle sorted out, so we put that in front of page and it comes up right there. Now we are going to power clip all shapes by selecting all of them. We right click, we click on the power clip option, and we power clip it into the font itself, into our text which we've written, and there you go, we have sorted out our Google logo. So as you can see, our angles are right, and you can tweak this anyhow you want it to be according to your discretion. You use it as you want to. So we're done with the Google logo, and now we are going to sort out the Google Chrome logo. Now this is a little bit more technical, because I want us to really understand the thing about shaping and power clipping into things. So now we've done successfully power clipping into text. Now I'm going to show you, which is the same principle, is power clipping into shapes and also shaping of objects. So right now we have this Chrome logo here, and we have irregular shapes inside this logo. We have the red, the green and the yellow. So right now we're going to draw our circle. I think I zoomed out too far. We draw a circle right there, holding Control and our mouse, which will give us a perfect circle. So once we're done with that, the next thing for us to do is to get the shape for the objects. So there are two ways to do this. You can either use the pen tool, or you can use the the rectangular shape, then we shape it into the objects that we want to. So now I'm going to start with the rectangle tool. So firstly, to get the red, we draw our square and we convert our square to curve. I'm sure you guys will remember this from the last video. We convert this to curve and we click on the shape tool. So now we're going to give this the shape we want it to have for our fittings. Now we're going to add a point right here. You click here, you right click it, and you click on add. So now we have another point on this square. Right now we're going to go to the edge, the bottom right, my bottom right, and we will adjust this to something like this, and then we add another point right there. We adjust this as well, and at the end of the day you should have something looking like this. Otherwise, if you don't want this, a much easier way, once you've done that, once you've added this point right here, you click to add another point and you select just these 2 points. You click them right above, and just like that you have the same shape. It's very easy to use the shape tool because you can have different forms of shape, different sizes and different widths. So now we have drawn this particular shape for the red side. Now we'll use the pen tool to get the shape for the green side. Firstly, we will draw a straight line like that. I think the line is too short. It needs further adjustment, but we can always increase the size of this shape. Then nextly we'll draw another line right here. Okay, then another goes at an angle like this, another above, just like that. As I'm doing this, I'm holding the shift because it's actually making the lines very straight. Then another goes like this, and we complete the shape by taking it right above and we see the node. Then we click. Now we have achieved another shape. Like I said, we can increase this and just adjust the logo a little bit. You can do that, holding a shift, and that's a better shape. Now lastly, for the yellow, we'll use the rectangle tool again to get this shape right there. Then we convert it to curve. Now if you don't want to go through the process of clicking on object and clicking on convert to curve, you can always use the Ctrl Q option and the shortcut rather, and we click on it, and right there our rectangle box has been converted to curve. We go to our shape tool and we add, using your own discretion, you add a midpoint by double clicking. If you do not want to right click and click on add, you double click the point you want and you have achieved that. So we pull this at another angle like this. You're forming 2 angles with it, and we drop it. Now this is for the yellow part of the logo. So now we have done the 3 parts. We are going to give them their color, so do not get this mixed up. Once again, using the color eyedropper tool, we click on it and click on the red, fill our red part, click on it again, click on the green, fill the green part, click on it again, click on our yellow and fill the yellow part. Once again, there is no outline, and we are all going to select these objects and take off the outline. Okay, so now we bring our shapes together like this, and I'm just going to go and do a little arranging right here. Okay, now from the logo we see that the red is right above the yellow, so we'll do this here. We'll click on other and click on in front of. Once we click on that, we click on yellow, and now the red is in front. So once we've done this, we'll click on the green as well. We use a Ctrl C and a Ctrl V. So now the green is above, but we do not want it to be above the yellow. So what we're going to do right now, go to the shape tool, we select this and we reduce it. You see, so now it blends with the other part of this green part, and it doesn't enter into the yellow, but it clearly overimposes the red. We adjust the red a little bit by dragging it down, and I think that's okay. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to drag and select all these shapes. We're going to group them by pressing Ctrl G, or if you do not want that, you can go right up here and click on this group. We'll reduce the size like that and power clip it into our circle like that. We edit our power clip by clicking right there. We click on this and we expand our shape just like that. We click out of it, out of our power clip, and now we try as much as possible to get this simple circle right at the middle. So there are two ways to do this. You can start by drawing another circle, but for me, I will use the simpler and easier method. I'll click on this shape right here, hold my shift, and I reduce it. So I have reduced it to a certain point like this. I right click it and it duplicates the shape exactly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this extract content and delete. So now I have a circle right here. To take off this X that you see, the frame inside, right click it, click on frame type and click on none. So just like that, it's out. Once again, we use our color eyedropper tool, select the blue right there and we fill it into our circle. Now we add some outlines because the circle inside has a white outline just like that. We double click that and we see the width right here. We select it to the width that we feel is okay and matches our outline in the Chrome logo. Let's start off with 4 and we press OK. We change the color to white And as you can see, the outline isn't enough and our circle looks a bit bigger. So we reduce this a bit and we increase the outline for our little circle right there. Let's make these 16. Okay, and now it looks a bit bigger as well, so we'll drop it just a little bit more by clicking on 12, and I think that does justice to the logo. So right here, I know you guys can all see there's a little white gap here. It's easy and we're going to correct it. What happened is our green logo is a bit further and it doesn't meet up with the distance over here. So what you're going to do now, you're going to edit power clip, we click on the shape and we ungroup them. So remember, we took another green part where we shaped it off. We're going to select that part and we're going to drag it. We drag it to cover that part and we drop, we expand it to cover the red side right there so that it doesn't show up, and I think that should be okay. Let's check and see, and yes, it has been covered. We take off our outline and we have our logo. So right now we have successfully made our Google logo and also made our Chrome logo. It's simple, the techniques aren't so hard. If you do not really get the process on making this video, you can always leave your questions in the comment section and I will readily answer it. I will always love hearing your comments. I always love reading them. It makes me smile. I really love those to drop comments in the last video, also liked and also subscribe. I appreciate your support so much. So please leave a like on this one, share, and I really hope you've learned something. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.